Okay, guys, example number 3 says graph the function y equals 3 times 1/2 to the x. Okay, now this one's a little bit more complicated than the ones we've been doing. We did y is equal to 3 to the x and y equals 2 to the x, but now we've got y equals 3 times 1/2 to the x. Okay, so now we've got some stuff that's a little bit different. Okay, so let me see. I need to graph this. I want a table of values. All right, so I'm going to do y is equal to 3 times 1/2 to the negative 2. Okay. Now, guys, when I have two numbers that are being multiplied by each other, like 3 squared times 2 all squared, I distribute this exponent, right, to those, and I get 3 to the 4th times 2 squared. Okay. Now, the same thing happens, and I'm going to erase that. The same thing happens with a division problem or a fraction, right? I'm going to need to distribute that exponent to each one of the numbers, the numerator and the denominator, and I get 1 to the negative 2 over 2 to the negative 2. What does that mean, Mr. C? Well, it means that this is in the wrong place and needs to go up. This one's in the wrong place and needs to go down. So what I really get is 2 squared over 1 squared. All right? Now, that's going to be 3 times 2 squared is 4 over 1. And that's going to give me 12. So, when x is negative 2, y is 12. All right, let's do another one. Y is equal to 3 times 1/2 to the negative 1. Same thing. I distribute the exponent to the numerator, 1 to the negative 1, over 2 to the negative 1. I'm going to get, I need to flip those now. 2 goes on top, 1 goes on the bottom, and that's just going to give me 6. Okay. Right? 3 times 2 is 6. Now, I'm running out of room here. Let's see, I can extend the page a bit. Let's take the same equation and let's plug in 0. Alright, I'll do it below. Y is equal to 3 times 1/2 to the 0. Well, 1/2 to the 0 is just 1. And that gives me 3. Alright, so that's easy. Then I'm going to get y is equal to 3 times 1/2 to the first. Well, that's just 3 times 1/2, which is 3/2. Okay? And then I'm going to get y is equal to 3 times 1/2 squared. Well, 1/2 squared is 1/4, right? 1/2 times 1/2 is 1/4. I'm going to get 3/4. Okay. Now the denominator is going up by powers of 2. It looks like I'm halving each one. I'm multiplying each one by 1/2. 12 times 1/2 gives me 6. 6 times 1/2 gives me 3. 3 times 1/2 gives me 3/2. 3/4 times 1/2 is going to give me 3/8. Okay? Alright, now let's start plotting these points and see what we get. Okay? Now the first one, at negative 2, which is right there, it's 12. So that's actually a little bit beyond our graph, but I'm going to put it right there. Okay? At negative 1, it's 6. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright? At 0, it's 3. I'm plotting all the points. At 1, it's 3/2, which is the same thing as 1 1/2. Alright? At 2, it's 3/4. Okay, right about there. It's getting smaller. 3 is 3/8. Okay, so I can see what's happening with this graph. Right? Because the number that's being raised to the power is less than 1, that's why this graph is flipped around the y-axis. Remember, this is the y-axis. Normally it looks like this, right? Right? That's the ones that we've done before. But since this number is less than 1, right? I'm trying to point at 1/2 right there. Right there. Okay. Since it's 3 times 1/2, all right? 1/2 to the x, 1/2 to the x, that's what flips it around the y-axis. All right? Okay, let's see. Let me get rid of some of the things that I didn't need there, like those little blue dashes. All right? So that's what it looks like. All right. Good job, guys.